Welcome to the story, a whisper of thoughts carried by time and quiet moments. Listen not with your ears, but with your heart. The Whisper in the Forest. It was a quiet evening. The sun was setting, painting the sky in soft orange and pink. The wind moved gently through the tall trees, whispering secrets that only the forest could understand. Thomas walked slowly along the narrow path, a small backpack on his shoulders. The day had been long, full of meetings, noise, and messages that meant nothing. He felt tired, not only in his body, but deep inside. He wanted silence. He wanted peace. The forest had always been his place of rest. Whenever he felt lost, he came here to breathe again. He knew this path well, or at least he thought so. But tonight felt different. The air was colder than usual. The light between the trees was silver and unreal. Even the birds were quiet, as if they were waiting for something. Then he heard it. A whisper. Thomas. He stopped. The sound was soft, like a breath, but clear enough to make his heart race. Thomas. He turned around quickly. No one was there, only the fading light and the stillness of the woods. He laughed nervously. Maybe I'm just tired, he said to himself. But then the voice came again, calm but close. Do you want to know the truth? His heart froze. The truth? He whispered. No answer. But suddenly a faint golden light appeared deeper in the forest. It flickered between the trees, small, warm, inviting. Thomas hesitated. He should go home. But something inside, curiosity or maybe destiny, told him to follow. So he stepped off the familiar path. The deeper he went, the quieter everything became. No wind, no birds, only the sound of his footsteps on dry leaves. The golden light moved slowly ahead, as if it wanted him to follow. It didn't scare him anymore, it felt peaceful. His thoughts grew calm, his breath slower. After a while, the forest opened into a small clearing covered in mist. The moon hung low, shining silver across the ground, and in the center stood a huge oak tree. Old, proud, ancient. Its roots stretched like veins across the soil. From one of those roots came the golden light, pulsing softly like a heartbeat. Thomas stepped closer. He knelt and placed his hand on the glowing root. It felt alive, like something breathing beneath the ground. And then he heard the voice again, not with his ears, but inside his mind. You've been searching for something, haven't you, Thomas? Yes, he whispered, but I don't even know what it is anymore. You rush through every day, the voice said gently. You try to prove your worth to everyone, but you forget the one thing that truly matters. Thomas closed his eyes. What is that? To listen. To be still. To remember who you are. The forest seemed to breathe with him. The light grew brighter, wrapping him in warmth. Images filled his mind, memories, moments, feelings. He saw himself as a child, laughing under the rain. He saw his mother smile, his first dream, the promises he once made. He saw the fire in his heart that used to burn brightly before life became heavy and cold. Tears rolled down his cheeks. He whispered, I forgot who I was. The voice spoke softly. You forgot that life is not something you chase. It's something you live, every breath, every second. The light began to fade, and the forest slowly returned to silence. The world outside will always want more from you, the voice said. But the world inside only asks that you listen. Then the glow disappeared. Thomas opened his eyes. The clearing was quiet again, the oak tree still under the moonlight. He looked around like the path he came from was gone. In its place, a new trail appeared covered in golden leaves, shining faintly under the stars. He felt no fear, only peace. the kind that comes not from answers, but from understanding. He smiled. He didn't know where this new path would lead, but for the first time in years, he didn't need to know. He simply started walking. The next morning, Thomas woke in his bed. Sunlight filled the room, warm and soft. For a moment, he thought it was all a dream, but when he looked at his hands, he saw it. Golden dust shining quietly on his skin. He smiled. Maybe it was only the forest. Maybe it was something more. Then he heard the whisper one last time. You found the truth, Thomas. Don't forget it. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and whispered back, I won't. From that day on, Thomas never walked the same path again. Even in the noise of the city, he could still feel the calm of the forest. Because now he knew. Silence wasn't empty. It was full of answers. Moral. Sometimes life doesn't speak in noise or thunder. It speaks in whispers, soft, patient, and full of truth. And if you listen carefully, it can change everything.